YouTube is boring, YouTube is stagnant, YouTube is declining, the money's drying up, everybody has to fit into a certain brand. Everybody has to fit into a certain brand. In my opinion, I feel as the reason why YouTube is stagnant, the reason why YouTube is going downhill, is because there is an influx of ignorant black people plaguing this site. The vacation I just went on, you losers won't ever go on. Let's go down a list of black YouTubers here. Fat Gamer, KFD3D, Nintendo Ultra, Mizza T, Pyro 2000X, Furious Francis, Blackie Lebowski, Zaire, John Doe, Dark Holy Gaming, Nintendo, Shadow Fox Infinite, Shadow Fox Infinite, Shadow Fox Infinite, Shadow Fox Infinite.
Oh really? It's the Shadow Fox, bitch.
Who done stepped in the game at point blank range? Who done stepped in the game at point blank range? Who done stepped in the game? Stepped in the game. Stepped in the game.
So I'm sitting here in my nice rocking chair enjoying the community here at the new spot. Got the grill going and everything. It's initial grill. I'm gonna give it a little bigger one later. But just enjoying the sights and everything. And you know, I got a couple things, little bones that I need to pick, because there's an individual there that decided to drop my name, and I'm just wondering, because I only have like 90 something subscribers and this guy has over 3,000, probably more. And I guess he's so butthurt because I owned him on Twitter that, you know, hey, he decided to name drop me and a bunch of other people in the communities that I'm in, gamers at large, and good old PE reviews in the Players Network. So he feels that, you know, hey, he got to name drop people and call people because they're black, quote unquote, on YouTube. We're calling things hostile and ghetto and things like that. So I'm looking around here, and this neighborhood appears to not be ghetto. It looks like a subdivision to me, and I have quite a bit of land out here. So I'm trying to figure out, where exactly do you get that shit from, Duck? So, you know, hey, I'm just kind of wondering exactly what the issue is. And why do you need to feel justified and show that you went on a vacation that I went on like 3 years ago on a humbug carnival cruise, and claim that as you having a quote unquote life? Really, guy? Really? Come on. You know that I'm smarter than you. You know I have more certifications than you. So therefore I know about the technology that you try to argue about but you don't know about. You have a very cheap PC that you claim to be superior to everything else, but you don't know. You claim that PC is better than console, but yet you're playing on a PC that can't even play in 4K. Come on, guy. If you want to play in the superior experience, then why not play at 4 times the resolution of the 1080p consoles that we're dealing with right now? PC is capable of it, so why aren't you? You tried to question me on Twitter about which GPU I had to run games in 4K. I showed you the GPU, the link, as well as the price for the GPU, which was a little over 500 bucks. You didn't reply to that, obviously, because you're not ready. So exactly what is the fucking holdup, bruh? Are you going to do this live debate or not? Or are you going to continue to hide and try to block me on Twitter and YouTube and everything else once I call you on your bullshit? You want to talk specs, you want to talk about how many gigs of RAM are in things, but you don't know exactly how the RAM is laid out for a certain system. Different RAM is in certain systems for certain reasons. If you have slow RAM in one system, obviously it's because other things are running way faster in other places in the system. Otherwise, games wouldn't be able to run at all on Wii U or Xbox One. The same DDR3 is in Xbox One, but it has ESRAM to be able to tile the graphics and everything to deliver them at a faster rate. Your dumbass doesn't understand that. So you think everything has to sit in whatever RAM is in the system, GDDR5 and whatnot, and that's the end of the story. No, it's not the end of the story. That's exactly why there's EDRAM inside of laptops for the new MacBooks and some other devices out there. And other devices are starting to follow it because they know it works. Guess who they got this idea from, Duck? They got this idea from Nintendo. because all of Nintendo's hardware has been having it. All of IBM's server CPUs have been having eDRAM for use as L3 cache for the better part of the last 4 years. But since you don't know nothing about enterprise server hardware, since you know nothing about CPUs in general other than what you can buy on freaking price grabber or freaking Craigslist or freaking Newegg, you have no idea how any of this shit works. Which means that you're just a dumbass that
Oh, I do apologize. Shadow Fox can be a little eccentric when idiocy is brought to major levels there, and it kind of excites him. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to go ahead and dial it down a little bit, and we'll just take things logically one step at a time, since some people tend to not and just do videos in their opinion. So black gamers are the problem in the YouTube community. They just run amok and cause issues just because of their skin color. Is that correct? Is that what you're assuming, or what you're asserting here? I find that interesting because the majority of the people that you decided to list in your opinion that plague things are a list of people that have roasted your ass in comment sections for the past 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months now. That has been roasting your ass in videos for God knows how long. I think I've been following Dr. Trey maybe off and on for maybe over a year or two now, and all he's been doing is destroying your punk ass. So you try to say that we're here to fit a brand or a molding or trying to pigeonhole ourselves. I don't really see how that's going to affect someone like me. I really can't pigeonhole myself into one group. Wii U right here, PS4 here. I know I game on PC, so you know I played EverQuest a long time ago. Plenty of other games, so I mean, kind of hard for me to pigeonhole when I like Killer Instinct as much as I do Infamous, as much as I do Resogun, the countless amount of first-party Nintendo games. So pigeonholing, I don't really think so. How about you focus on playing your Steam games and actually beating something, and then we'll get to that. I really don't cater to a fan base. I don't really need to explain that. All you have to do is watch the couple of videos that I have, and you'll see they're all diverse. Hell, I reviewed a MacBook Pro, of which you probably should pay attention to because it talks about the Iris Pro GPU that has eDRAM in it. So, but that's another discussion for another time, unless you want to get owned on Twitter again. Don't run. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Listen, we're all gamers voicing our opinions, just like you're a dumbass, dude. There's no hey, they're doing this and hey, they're doing that, or they're defaming this and they're devaluing YouTube. You are no different from anybody else. If people don't like your videos, they don't watch them. If they don't like my videos, they don't watch them. If they don't like anybody in any of the other parts of the community, they're not going to watch them. But turns out they do, and we get a little bit of a following and a little bit of comments and things like that applauding us making rare stand-up decisions against people like you and your ilk and your followers. I just find it interesting that you decided to name me. Well, you named a couple other people that are in the community that I may have collaborated with here and there, but you specifically decided to mention me, and I've never made a video about you. I've never mentioned you directly in any of my videos. So why is it that my name is in your video? Because I'm owning you in the comment section, because that's the only way we've actually interacted, right? Duck. Near 30 and I'm an overgrown child. Quoting you. I guess you're trying to speak generally about everybody in either the gamers at large population or the vast majority of people on YouTube, to include some of the more notable ones. Exactly what would make them overgrown children? Because they play video games? Isn't that exactly what you do? A lot of these overgrown children have their own jobs, their own houses and locations and vehicles and things like that, and their own families. Do you have your own family? Do you have your own house that you paid for? Overgrown child, right? So you have your own responsibilities if you're going to call somebody else a child. I would really like to see what your input is on that, because you never directly answer that question. You want to talk about this vacation that quote unquote us ghetto people, we need to stay in our ghetto, and you enjoyed this vacation that you went on, which is part of a multi-part cruise that I've been on a humbug. Like, it was just like, hey, let's go on this cruise, and we just went. But it's a major vacation for you, and you kind of want to brag about that. Let's be honest, bro. It's nothing to brag about. You get conch shells on the pier and things like that from the natives and things of that nature. Nothing new. Been there, done that, bro. Come on, really? Get over yourself. So, yeah, we're overrun by black people. Apparently, that's a really big problem. But for you to mention it as a fact kind of throws me off, because the very beginning of your video said, in your opinion.
In my opinion, in my opinion, in my opinion, in my opinion, in my opinion,
black gamers are the problem in the YouTube community. So which one is it? Is it your opinion or is it a fact? How do you say both things in the exact same video? Well, you know what? Like you said, I don't have to like what you have to say or accept it or anything like that. But I will deal with it. And this is how I will deal with it. By roasting your ass in a live debate. Or roasting your ass in the comment sections, or roasting you in your own comment sections over and over and over again anytime you spout bullshit that you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about, I'm going to catch you every single time. Tell you what, if you don't want to do this live debate, if you don't want to talk about the tech, if you don't want to talk about the advantages, quote unquote, between these 8 gigabytes of RAM killer app systems and the 2 gigabytes of RAM in the Wii U, and what the big difference is, then go ahead and run away like a chicken. Either you accept the challenge or cower like you normally do. The choice is yours. Do you play games to have fun or to impress other people?
the vacation I just went on, you losers won't ever go on.
You got 13,000 people watching, so you might want to choose your words carefully and decide how you're going to respond. But you're not ready, are you?